Boom! Forget Top Gun fantasies. Lockheed Skunk Works just dropped their latest secret project, the Vectis stealth drone. Yeah, the same shop that gave us the U-2, the SR-71 Blackbird, and the F-117 Nighthawk is now promising a ghost in the sky, a wingman you'll never see coming. According to Breaking Defense, Vectis is a collaborative combat aircraft, basically a flying partner for the F-35 and F-22, designed to sneak past radar, jam enemy sensors, and maybe drop some hate on targets while staying cheap enough not to make the Pentagon cry. But let's not kid ourselves. This is Skunk Works hype at full throttle. They're calling it best-in-class survivability, but history tells us flashy prototypes often end up as billion-dollar PowerPoints. Today, we'll break down what Vectis really is, what it could be, and why the US thinks stealthy drones might save their ass when the next war kicks off. Here's the ugly truth. Modern air combat is bleeding money faster than a wounded hog. You've got $3 million interceptors being fired at $20,000 kamikaze drones. It's like using a Ferrari to run over cockroaches. Militaries need drones that are stealthy enough to survive in contested airspace, but cheap and durable enough to actually deploy in numbers. The Air Force has been shopping around with their CCA program, hoping someone finally cracks the code. So far, a messy mix of disposable drones that can't keep up or expensive prototypes that blow the budget before they even take off. The challenge is absurd, building a stealthy, autonomous system that can act like a loyal wingman without turning into another overpriced diva jet. It's basically trying to kill mosquitoes with a flamethrower, only to realize you just torch your entire house in the process. And that's the problem Vectis has been pitched to fix. So, what's the cheat code Skunk Works is betting on? According to Lockheed's official release, Vectis is a Group 5 stealth drone designed to team up with manned fighters. It's modular, with an open mission system that lets operators plug in whatever payloads they want. Air-to-air missiles, electronic warfare pods, ISR gear, even bombs. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife you can send into hell while your pilot stays cozy in the F-35 cockpit. Survivability is the key word. Radar-evading design, advanced comms, materials tough enough to be fixed in the field. And yes, the drone's first flight is already penciled in for 2027. Meaning Skunk Works isn't just sketching on napkins anymore, they're cutting parts, building hardware. It's almost like the Air Force asked for a drone that could ghost enemy radars, and Skunk Works said, "Hold my beer, watch this." But here's where the marketing sizzle meets the operational grill. Vectis is big, runway-dependent, and won't be disposable. That means logistics chains, bases, and maintenance nightmares are still on the table. And stealth? Oh, stealth is never cheap. Anyone who's babysat F-35 coatings knows what I'm talking about. A nightmare of specialized maintenance. According to Air and Space Forces magazine, Vectis won't even be supersonic, which raises the question, can it really keep up with the fighters it's supposed to escort? Then there's payload mystery. Lockheed won't reveal range, weapons capacity, or engine details, which usually means the details aren't that flattering. Stealth drones are seductive on paper, but without mass production, they risk becoming fragile boutique assets. So yes, the concept is sexy, but the bill might make Congress choke harder than they already do every time they hear the word stealth. Step back from the tech porn and you see the real game, geopolitics. Vectis is as much a message to China and Russia as it is to Congress. It says, the US isn't just sticking with old jets, we're creating invisible squadrons that can overwhelm your defenses. For allies, it's hope. NATO air forces strapped for cash might eventually buy a stealth wingman to extend their 5th-gen fleets. For adversaries, it's panic fuel. More investment in counter-stealth radars, electronic warfare, lasers. And for Lockheed, it's one hell of a sales pitch. As Breaking Defense pointed out, the Air Force needs survivability, not disposable junk, and Vectis is positioned as the premium option. The irony?
The US is building attritable but not too attritable drones, while adversaries spam the skies with dirt-cheap swarms. It's intelligence versus mass, finesse versus brute force, and history usually laughs at the expensive side.
So, the million-dollar question, literally, is Vectis the ghost in the machine that will redefine air combat, or just another PowerPoint promise polished with stealth paint? The first flight in 2027 will tell us if this is the start of a new era or the birth of another hangar queen. But let me throw it to you. Will stealth drones like Vectis become the invisible muscle of future wars? Or will cheap swarms eat them alive? Drop your verdict in the comments. And remember, don't be a headline-making clown like Elon Musk on Twitter. Smash that like button, subscribe, or stay distracted by your own drama. This is Military Forces Unleashed, where hype meets reality and war gets stripped of its bullshit. See you on the next mission.